Magic tutorials are boring. So why not we change the game here? Why not we change the culture and spice things up and innovate for once? So today what I thought I'd do is I'd show you guys a little bit of a half-baked idea, something that you guys could work on yourselves and make better, improve. Maybe leave in the comments below different ways that you might improve this trick. But I've done it with a very notable challenge. So let's just get into the actual trick itself. Magic tutorials are terrible and boring. I've already talked about this. I said it earlier on in the video, but since you are a second dimensional thinker, I'm trying to instill my fourth dimensional thinking into your feeble two-dimensional mind. All right, so I'm trying to do that through repetition. Look it up, it's science. So today I thought, hey, I'm gonna show you guys a little bit of a crazy idea, something that I've been working on, a mystery card trick. It's super simple, but does require one particular move that might be a little bit above the scope of you guys, just in the sense of practice. You need to practice this move, all right? But with that being said, what I've done is that I've taken a Valium, I've taken a XANEX and a Valium, and we're gonna see if I could complete this tutorial, the performance, all before passing out copiously. I thought that would make a little bit more of an interesting video as opposed to, I don't know, doing the usual, hey, I'm gonna do a magic tutorial and just let it be. No, we're doing things on a timer here. So I better get through this before your boy decides to pass out. So for this, we're gonna be using a deck of playing cards, and you could look at the mirror there and see that I'm wearing some basketball shorts because your boy's on an athletic tip. I've been jogging. Wait, this is crucial time that I'm wasting that I could be devoting to this trick that's gonna inevitably turn into me passing out because of the XANEX Valium combination that I've taken. So for this trick, it's a fairly simple trick. We're gonna have a card of mystery, a mystery card that I don't want anybody to see here. And I'm gonna place this card face down on the face up deck. Sir, I want you to name any card whatsoever that comes to your mind. Let's say the spectator happens to say, I don't know, the Queen of Hearts. I go, that's a great and not obvious selection. You made a very nice, wise choice. Not everyone picks the Queen of Hearts, sir. You're a distinctive individual and definitely not part of the collective hive. But what I want you to do, sir, is I want you to go ahead and sign this card. So the spectator signs the Queen of Hearts. And of course, we reiterate to the spectator that they should actually write the time that they signed this card on the face of it. I know, it's gonna make sense in a little bit, but the spectator writes down the time and you leave that card face down in the deck. Now here's the thing. Here's what we'll reiterate to the spectator what's taking place here. We've had a mystery card on top of the deck that they have not lost track of. They haven't not seen this card for an instant. And well, this card happens to be the signed Queen of Hearts, which is kind of an odd thing, right? There's no Queen of Hearts in the deck, sir. Isn't that a mystery? That seems like a mystery to me, bitch. And that's a trick, as you can see. It's a very nice, fair way to do the mystery card, and all it requires is a little bit of a pass action. Now, here's the thing when it comes to these videos, and you get these, I don't know, these Einsteins that leave comments here saying, hey, I saw the move. I saw the move. Of course you did. Of course you did. This is a camera. Does the camera blink? No, unless I do this, the camera doesn't blink. All right, I'm changing the aperture. That's what I'm doing right now. Maybe the camera blinked in that particular case, right? But I'd have to manually do it. You're not seeing what you're gonna see in performance. So if you see a move, if you see something on camera, you're not an Einstein, you're not a genius. You're just somebody that's watching a video. So sit down, all right? You're already sitting down. That's because you're short, all right? You need to get tall like me. So this is a very, very simple trick. All we're doing is a pass and a little bit of a dirty ending here. But as you can see, there's a little bit of subtlety, and we're going to talk a little I think that's the Valium kicking in. We're going to talk a little bit about the different approaches that you could have to this handling, but it's a half-baked idea. So what I encourage you guys to do is to leave comments below as to how you would potentially perform this and fix this. Now, this does require the use of a pass. The pass is a move that you're going to learn from the PigCake Magic Academy. $5 a month, 2 videos every single week, going over card, going over coin stuff, going over absolutely everything you need to know. Over 300 videos already. You get access to the whole library. I don't stop posting. All right, your boy got hit by a car in February of last year. Did I stop posting? I didn't stop posting. All right, that's what I do. That's the commitment that I have. I could have a tumor on my left of frenulum, all right? And I'll still be posting videos. So make sure to check out 2 videos every single week, going over little moves, little tips and tricks. You could check it out, $5 a month, support the channel. And here is the actual routine itself. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna turn a card face down. Now here's where you're gonna use your little bit of a perception. You're gonna use your little bit of awareness, your Darren Brown tactics, to see if you could try to gauge what card the spectator picked. If you happen to have the spectator oh, fuck, God. Okay. If you happen to have the spectator have picked a card previously, or you have them named a card previously, this is a good opportunity to take this card and turn it face down. Usually spectators tend to name the same cards more than once. So if you happen to have previously had the spectator name a card, this is the card that I would turn face down in this particular situation, because you have an opportunity of a miracle. Oh boy. I'm drooling a little bit. We better hurry up. So here, what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn over the card that you think the spectator might name. So in this case, let's say the spectator happens to be a bland, boring piece of shit. I'm gonna assume that they're gonna pick the 6 of clubs. I'm gonna put that card face down on top of the deck. And at this point, I'm gonna ask the spectator, sir, ma'am, first of all, what are your prolapsed? What I want you to do is I just want you to name a card. Name the first card that comes to your head. If this Blandy McBlanderson happens to name the 6 of clubs, guess what? You have a miracle. You say, now look, I placed this card face down on top of the deck. I didn't make any switches. This card has been within your sight the entire time. Sir, ma'am, sir, you named the 6 of clubs, and I happen to have known that you were gonna name the 6 of clubs. Go over there to the helicopter. I want you to shove your head in the blades. And there you have a little bit of a miracle. Again, here's the thing. Spectators are not gonna know if this fails. If this fails, you can just go on to the trick. If it hits, then you have a completely different effect, but you have a little bit of a miracle. So it's a nice little balance there, and a nice way to use what would be innocuous moment. I'm trying to use SAT words to make myself seem smarter. So here, that would be the situation of the spectator named the card. However, what's more likely than not going to happen is they're not going to name the card that you turn face down, which is fine, because whatever card they name, let's say it's the King of Spades, we're going to go through and we're going to have them sign this card. Now, of course, I don't have a Sharpie near me, which is why I didn't sign it, but you would have to have the spectator sign this card, because that's what's going to solidify this particular effect. Let me make sure I'm in the focus line here. I realize that with a wide angle lens, I can't be this close because it's not an autofocus lens, but if I'm over here, everything's in focus. I want to fucking die. The King of Spades, it's there for the spectator. You're going to have them sign it. You're going to have them write the time that they picked the card. In this case, let's say they happen to have picked the time, I don't know, 12:22, just out of random here. The spectator picks the card, they write it down. You're going to turn it face down, and here is when you're going to square it up and do the pass. Now you could add a little bit of misdirection, and you say, now I want you to remember from the beginning, and that's when you execute your pass. Now to the actual visual nature of what's taking place, nothing has transpired according to the spectator. If you've done a pass, nothing has happened, because they're still seeing a face down card, which is a wonderful little bit of a discrepancy here, because nothing should have changed to their mind. So here right now, what's taking place is we actually have their card on top of the deck in a face down position where the mystery card supposedly is. So right now you're pretty much done. You're in a wonderful position here, because now you could reiterate and remind a spectator that they had a card that was face down here that hasn't left their sight, which is very important because technically it hasn't, even though it did with the pass. And of course, if you want to learn to pass, you should check out the PigCake Magic Academy where I teach the pass. But if you really want to learn to pass, you should check out Xavier Spade's project where he talks about the pass, because his pass is probably that of a god. Oh man. Okay. It's the slurring, the drooling. Things are happening right now. Okay. So you're going to execute a pass at that moment. And then here's what's going to sell the effect when you tell the spectator. Now we've had the mystery card. We've had it here on top of the deck, sir, ma'am, sir. And I want you to notice something. This card has never left your sight. All right. You named any card you wanted. As a matter of fact, you wrote the time on it, which is kind of weird because your card happens to be my mystery card. I know, it's weird. It's odd. It shouldn't exist. And here you're just going to spread the first couple cards here, because when you do the pass, it's going to place the card typically lower in the pack. So the other card is going to be placed lower, so you can have a little bit of a wide margin when you spread the cards. And you could show the cards very fairly because of the actual pass itself. Now, if you want to clean up, what you could do technically is you could let the cards fall on a natural break here. So if I just release with my thumb, typically, because of the bend of the cards, it's going to land on the actual card itself. Now, when the spectator's reacting to this moment, all I'm going to do is simply bring this half down, use my fingertips to press on this card as I then wipe that card, just almost like a modified KM move, if you want to call it that, and then coalesce the cards. So right now I'm completely clean. And this is done under the misdirection of having the spectator just react to that particular moment. It's just a cleanup. It's nothing that is supposed to draw too much attention to itself. And if you're one of these losers, you could use Marlowe's future reverse if you want to do that particular move to clean up. Because I know somebody's going to mention in the comments as if they're like, oh, hey, guess what? I study Marlowe. I'm a Marlowe studier. And they're going to say that. So you could use Marlowe's future reverse if you want to clean up. But nice little mystery card, and all you're doing is a pass. I think that's well worth learning this particular trick for. Again, this is a half-baked idea, so I suggest you guys leave your handlings in the comments. Leave your handlings in the comments, because then we're gonna combine ourselves as a community. We're making sure that we're coming together, we're building ideas, we're growing as a community, and we're not just stagnant here. All right, show other people on the Facebook magic only groups that tutorials on YouTube could be productive. All right, that these are not necessarily just exposure videos, that we're going back and forth and improving magic. All right, you old fucks. As usual, I want you guys to remember that oh, that's not good. That's a lot of drool. Make sure to like the video and do all the things that people do when it comes to videos, because that helps YouTube into thinking that I'm a better channel than I actually am. So make sure to do that. Oh man. Oh, hey, so today I'm going to show you guys a very interesting twist on a card trick. It's a fairly nice application of doing a pass when it comes to a mystery card plot. Mystery card is one of these plots that I've been recording for 14 minutes. What did I record for 14 minutes? Just kind of we're gonna nap for a bit.